everybody. My name is Irina Paraschiv. I'm a therapist, and in the past years, more than five of my new clients are people coming from multinational companies, all dealing with pressure, burnout, depression. Most of them take leaves of absences, and some never return to their previous job. How many of you know someone who has anxiety or who has pressure or burnout or has trouble concentrating? Okay, so a lot of us. These are all symptoms of anxiety and depression. And in this context, we created Acertivo, the online platform for mental and emotional well-being in the workplace and beyond. We created Acertivo in the context where the costs of mental well-being are skyrocketing. The actual cost is €1 trillion, as per a World Health Organization report, and this is lost productivity costs from absenteeism, presenteeism, and staff turnover. Why should companies care about this? Well, because 45% of lost working days are due to ill mental distress, and 25% of people say that the job is the most important stressor of their lives. Some companies have started to do something about it, and actual mental well-being actions pay off. The return on investment, the average return on investment is ×5. Say one morning you are coming to work, you are tired, burnout, you have a very difficult presentation that day. You open Acertivo, you choose the topic that will best suit your need and will best fit your problem. You are then going to, you go to the user journey and you start working on your issues with exercises, with content. There will be a psychotherapist with you, assisting you, and personalizing the experience, removing or adding content, exercises from a library of knowledge. Our app, Acertivo, is evidence-based, fully evidence-based, is mobile, it's on your phone, on your own time, at your own pace, in a skills-based framework. The competitive landscape looks a bit like this. We have coaching and psychotherapy, they're exclusive, they're unscalable, they're quite expensive. We have internal programs made by companies, which are general and shorter. These are the things that you do on your own time to cater your emotional health, but they are one-size-fits-all type of approach, and they're not adapted to the workplace. And we have Acertivo. Acertivo is the platform that is adapted to the workplace, that is actually designed for the workplace to address workplace issues. We are actually a part of a new wave that has started, of companies who have started to address the need of a more emotionally balanced workplace. These are actually startups from the US, where the market is more matured. In Europe, it's a bit younger. Our competitive advantage is that the experience is fully customizable. There are no two users who have the same experience. We can adapt and customize and personalize the experience according to your needs. Moreover, Acertivo can be used both to prevent emotional distress from appearing and to react when this has already begun. We are now testing two options to business model. Firstly, it's a B2B, offering companies monthly subscription per employee. But because the stigma on emotional and mental disorders is actually really high in Romania, not only in Romania, we will address direct users. We have now validated the idea with 10 companies. 3 of them are ready to try us out and start their journeys. And we have the technical MVP in progress. We are now preparing to launch with the following topics: solving skills, emotional resilience, difficult conversation, mastering burnout, developing self-awareness. Our team has a blended experience and background, but we all share the mutual passion and experience, actually, for human potential development. We are Acertivo, a online platform for mental and emotional well-being, and we are here tonight asking for partner companies to start investing in their employees' well-being. Thank you.
Personalized content always sounds exciting, but how can you scale it when you're talking about 1 million users or even 100,000?
That is the most common question that we have when we present the startup. The skills framework permits us to do that because once I don't mean to sound cynical, but emotional, in my experience, emotional distress and some problems that people face are on some scales pretty typical. So when you start and you have experience with people working on this, you can mix and match the skills and exercises really quickly. And this is a technical, I mean, it's a technical thing that you can do. I don't know what's the name, sorry for the...
So basically it's
Yeah.
automated, it's not
Yeah.
human
It will
assisted.
be automated at one point, and therapists will be there to do it by hand at first, and then automating it by experience.
So when
It's
you're
like
scaling is not anymore human assisted, but it's automated.
it won't be so much a human assisted, of course, but it could be, yeah.
The first thing to solve depression and anxiety is to recognize that you have a problem. You said that the first experience the user has is coming into the office and acknowledging his state of mind. I don't think that's easy to do. When you're in that kind of a state of mind, you will not acknowledge it at that point. So how are you going to actually make the users use the app?
Yeah, thank you for this question. This is why we are addressing two markets, and we are going to organize meetups and workshops for users to know, I mean, first of all, to do psychoeducation, because this is what you're asking, to know, for people to know what they're going through and how to name their emotions and what their situations are. And this is the first step that we are doing in going to companies when we sell them, when we present our solution, also organize workshops, meetups for employees to come and talk about what they're, or not talk about, but know that there is an application, that there is a solution for their issue. It's not that they must recognize that they have depression, because this is really hard for anyone. It's that they recognize that they're not okay, and this not okay is a very broad spectrum that we resolve with skills, with building on your skills. Did I answer your question, or? We don't tackle treatment, we don't tackle clinical disorder. That is one thing, because we are adapted to the workplace emotional distress. That means conflict, that means social anxiety, that means, I don't know, burnout. But we don't tackle clinical disorders. That is not what the app is for.
I understand, but the diagnosis part of...
No, the diagnosis is not part. The assessment of what you're going through is, but that's an assessment, so you know where you stand, or we know what to recommend you.
Okay, so it is part.
Yeah, but it's not a diagnosis.
Yeah, can you elaborate more on the content? So I'm entering the app.
Sorry.
Can you
repeat?
elaborate more on the content?
On the content,
So
okay.
I'm entering the app and I'm feeling burnout. What I will receive, an article, a joke, or what am I seeing there?
No, you will receive a topic. You have been wrote, you choose the topic burnout. When you enter the topic burnout, you will see a series of exercises, explanation that are skills that you can build to deal with your burnout. And you
So
choose the one that's
more from my side. I'm already
more for your side, yes. Well, that would be great if you can solve it with a joke. But you will have skills, and people will recognize the skills that they're working on. And we won't sell it, come on, let's see what anxiety is, because that's not very sexy and efficient. But you can see, okay, how you're feeling today, or can you explore what you're feeling today, or how do you want to resolve this?
How will you measure success? Because you're saying that you are going to have like two tests, right? A B2B, B2C. And because this concept is, hard to quantify, how do you plan to?
By users who activate, who engage and activate their tokens. We're talking about selling, but activate the tokens, enter the app, finish the app, finish the topics.
How do you know it works for them?
With the feedback they'll give us and the internal gratitude from companies. Sorry, this was a joke.
You have to send out surveys or
Yes. Feedback, reviews.
Thank you for these lovely words that we...